special edition of 2020.
We are all addicted to it. We don't snort it, we don't smoke it, we don't drink it. We inject it.
We are truly addicted.
We have to wean ourselves from this addiction.
I'm addicted to it, and you are too.
Now is the time to end this addiction.
America is addicted to oil, and we can't get enough of it. Last summer, over $4 a gallon. Last winter, under $2. So where will prices go next?
We will drill here and drill now.
Some say the best answers are right here in America.
Now's when you chant, drill, baby, drill. Yes. Drill, baby, drill.
Who sets the price?
Price of oil is going up, 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 up.
I started to follow the money, and nothing was making sense.
So how much do we really know about oil? And where to go to get the truth about oil? Well, how about a small town that few people have ever heard of? Cushing, Oklahoma. Much of the oil that gets turned into gasoline that powers your car comes through these pipelines in Cushing. But Cushing is not just the central junction where most of the pipelines that crisscross America meet. It is also the place where the price of oil around the world is set. The price of oil here in Cushing is the gold standard, or the oil standard, if you will, for what a barrel of oil is worth. So tonight we're going to follow these pipelines. We're going to start at the gas pump where you fill your tank, go back to where the gas station gets its gas, then to the refineries, then through these pipelines to the oil fields themselves, to find out why we are so addicted and why we pay what we pay for oil.
Over a Barrel, the truth about oil, reported by Charles Gibson.
It is the accumulation of plants and animals and microorganisms, breaking down over billions of years, turning into this gooey mess that fuels much of the human activity on the planet. This is how most of us interact with oil, in the form of refined gasoline. Americans consume 400 million gallons of gas every day. 400 million gallons. That's more than $500,000 spent on gas every minute of every day. To get a sense of where the gas comes from, how the price is set, and where the money is going, we went on a gasoline delivery run with a trucker named Wayne Cameron.
I deliver gas to about 40 gas stations.
His truck is pretty standard, 8,500 gallons. This is the last link in a global supply chain for one of the world's most precious products.
Well, if there's any water in this tank, that'll turn red.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Instantly.
Sal Risalvato has run gas stations most of his life, and he's the guy who gets the complaints about the price of a gallon. What would surprise people the most about a gas station?
Most people think there's a tremendous amount of profit in gasoline, and the average retailer makes 10 cents or less on a gallon of gas.
So you're not making their money on gas?
That corner gasoline station has never been able to make their profit on gasoline.
What they are making money on is this. You fill the tank, and then you fill the cup holder. And the station owner makes much more money on a bottle of soda than he can on a gallon of gas.
Thank you. Bye.
So that's why more and more of these gas stations are going to convenience stores?
There's a better profit margin in convenience stores, and there's not much hassle.
Intense competition among local gas stations is what keeps profit margins on gasoline low. After all, people will drive miles just to save a couple of pennies a gallon. And that's why the big oil companies have largely gotten out of owning stations. They simply franchise their brands. The oil companies do own the loading rack, where Wayne Cameron fills his truck before heading out to the gas stations. Wayne and other truckers like him line up at the rack. He's an independent operator. The price he pays at the rack is set by the oil company that owns it.
At this particular location, the company changes the price on a daily basis, and that's usually around noon.
Don Paglia runs the Citgo rack in Linden, New Jersey. Who comes and buys the gas here?
Any gas station, it doesn't really matter. We will sell to anyone.
No, wait a minute. People are buying this here to go into Exxon stations, to Conoco stations, to Citgo stations, to Shell stations?
Gas is the same no matter where you go.
That's right. These trucks are filling up at the Citgo rack, but the gas itself could wind up at any station to be sold under any brand. So what makes Exxon Exxon, and what makes Mobil Mobil, and what makes Shell Shell?
It is just gas. It's a product that comes out of the earth. They refine that product. When you walk in, gas is gas.
The physical commodity is pretty much the same.
So what makes Exxon Exxon, Shell Shell, Mobil Mobil?
A lot of advertising dollars. I mean, it's a classic case of spending money on TV to convince the public that there's a difference. You're basically getting the same gas.
No gasoline has more cleaning power than Chevron with Techron.
For more performance and less pollution.
That means these ads
Amoco Ultimate at BP
are expensive competition for market share.
There's no mistaking the power of the V.
Some brands do add small amounts of detergent additives, but all gas is essentially the same because federal laws don't allow much variation. It is an industry that made $180 billion in profits last year, 1 gallon at a time. Our addiction has made oil the biggest business in the world.
The largest corporation in America is Exxon. Chevron is third, and ConocoPhillips is fourth. Coming up later.
They make more money keeping the market tight.
Why do we pay what we pay at the pump?
They have gained power over price.
The smaller, less efficient refineries really couldn't compete in that environment.
Play the oil game, buying low and selling high.
And they were betting
that the price would continue to go up.
Over a Barrel will return after this.